I've really gone and done it this time. When the calendar for the WMSC 3 America got released, I took one look at that and went, yes. And when Josh Cassar, Super Gazelle himself, said he was re-entering his team, that he would be driving this season, and he wanted to offer me a seat, I mean, there's just no way I was saying no to that. So, first full league season, and round one takes place at one of my favourite American circuits. Let's get into it. My name's Ash. This is The Outside Line. So here we go then. First full season signed up for, much sooner than I was expecting to sign up for one, but I really love the look of this calendar, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'm familiar with the F3 cars from last year. Not good at them by any means, but familiar with them at least. And objectives for this season I think are very simple, to be honest. It's just I need to get more consistent. I need to make sure that I just bring the car home in one piece and do it without as many mistakes and unforced errors. That's the thing for me. Like today, mine and Josh's pace looking pretty good. I'll put up a snapshot of what the practice server looks like just before the race, and not bad at all. Only 0.3 personally off the fastest time. So much better than Adelaide. But despite all that, Josh's kind of team boss speech was just bring the cars home in one piece. Now this is the first race I've taken part in since the release of the Adelaide video, and the reason that's important is because it's the first race I've taken part in since the entire developed world told me that my wheel settings were Looking back, it seems so obvious now, but it was only my second race, and I thought my issues with controlling the car were purely down to skill issue. Thank you to everyone that told me, and to those who sent me some settings to try out and get things. I feel much better now. It feels like driving a car, and less like, as Josh put it, trying to pull a bus out of a tight junction. But much more confident going into today, but that makes me all the more nervous. So actually, I don't want to think about getting carried away. I can try and avoid any nonsense and get home with a decent finish. No silly mistakes on my part. That'd be much better, yeah. Now, as I test my qualifying setup in final practice, a couple of changes for you to be aware about today. We have a new race director, Michael Cosbow. He was assistant race director back in Adelaide for the World Tour race last year. He's taking full honours, and whenever you see him announce, so that's proper announcement to the entire field, you'll see this icon. That's just as opposed to when he's sort of in our channel talking casually. So yeah, icon for whenever he announces officially. Now, I'm not going to be doing icons for everyone that speaks. It's in our TeamSpeak server that I've done in the previous videos, because as you can imagine, I do that manually. It takes a lot of time. I'll introduce everyone that's in the server. In fact, there is a list of everyone that joins us in the server today and who they're driving for and what they're doing, and we'll see them the first time they talk, what voice is aligned to what person, but hopefully you'll still be able to follow the action. Now, the main reason that Michael Cosbow is race director today is that the usual race director, Aleksandar Knežević, is driving, and he is very much the man to beat. Now, entering the final two corners, these are very important for nailing a good lap. You can be up before these two corners, and if you don't nail it, it can all be for nothing. As I make it round the final corner, I'm about to go fourth fastest, and again, replicating the pace quite nicely.
So it might be a bit tight on whether Dom's going to make it. He just told me. We'll be there in about 20 to 30 minutes, so might be a bit close.
Who's that?
Our good friend, Chronski.
Oh.
And you may have spotted on screen there how much getting that final corner wrong cost me. I was nearly 0.2 up, only a few hundredths up across the line here. I hit the apex much better and go quicker again, going well. Now, I've given you a list of everyone that's in our TeamSpeak server, but unbeknownst to us, we had a stowaway in our midst.
There's a front wing on the back straight. Okay.
Why no back wing on the front straight?
Oh, what are you doing here?
I've been in this town for about 5 minutes, just not saying anything. Just
waiting for the chance to make a joke. And then you just jumped in.
No, I thought you were going to wait to tell us all a NASCAR anecdote that we don't understand.
No.
And to finish off final practice, a reminder of what happens if you really get the final corner wrong. It could be very detrimental indeed. Still, a good practice overall. Knežević top as expected, Cassar second, he's in the fight. Early fourth, I'm fifth, Simon sixth, our teammate Zombor 16th, and Dominik will join us later.
Good luck, so on and so forth.
Yeah, good luck everyone.
Sound muted.
Hopefully you can still hear me, and no one else can. Otherwise they're going to hear me talking to my video people. That's going to be very weird. Head down. Don't go out. Oh, and there we go. Green light. And just a reminder, qualifying is a private session, so no other cars out on track, so you don't have the disadvantage of traffic, but you also don't get the advantage of slipstream either, which is probably good down this long straight, maybe not as good if you're following someone through this long right-hander, the loop. Anyway, first lap, trying to get a decent time on the board. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. So I'm forgetting a good banker in them. Only 3/10 down after 2 sectors.
Clear.
The final corner is the danger one. That is the one that if I'm going to do anything stupid, it's going to be at that corner. I mean, I could do something stupid at the other corners as well, but that one in particular is the stupid one. And I bet loads of people will do what I've just done. Bin it, trying to overcook it. Just get a good time in. Doesn't have to be your best time, just a good time. And with that, my second proper attempt at a flying lap begins. And I take those words to heart, where as you can see I don't really get straight onto the apex, don't take the curb, very gentle on the throttle on exit. It's not as quick as I can do that turn, I know that, but the important thing is I'm through and I'm still going. I'm also very aggressive on the downshifts here to use the engine braking to get through these corners, but it's again just about getting through them. Good. And yes, just quietly happy I'm through. It's enough to go third fastest, 6/10 down on Knežević. Whitman immediately jumps in and goes second fastest, so down to fourth, but as you can see, attacking turn one and much more aggressive this time. And now I want to go and build on what I've got. Almost a 10th up, heading to the final 2 corners. Foolish final corner, dear me. For driving. You know where to put the car. You know where to put the car. Come on. Okay, last run, no matter what. While pole is probably out of the question, if I can nail this lap, there could be a front row grid slot. So, clip the apex, power on early, but nearly lose it. But the fact is, because I've been more aggressive, I'm still up. Not as up as I could have been if I'd, not spun the wheels up, but at least we're still going. And then the long run down to the loop. It was almost a 10th up out of that corner, just on the power too early. Okay, keep going. And into the loop we go. Shift down, off the throttle, and then as soon as you do that, you can pretty much plant your foot all the way through. Run it out wide, and then we head towards the all-important final 2 corners. So again, up, a 10th up. It's important how we take these. So again, shift down, a little bit aggressive on the entry of the penultimate turn, but it doesn't cost us too much. Then for this one, hit the apex perfectly, shift up, and not bad. Nailed the final corner, it's going to be better.
Checkered flag.
Oh! .104.1. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. 10th down on my absolute best. Yeah. Oh. Oh! That's good. So right with Simon, right with James, right with Josh. Knežević up front. Nice work, everyone.
Yeah, great overall. I'm so annoyed. I was 2 tenths up on my final lap. And
May I ask who just joined the channel?
Dom.
Nobody.
Welcome to the party. Glad you could make it.
Barely, with like what, 5 minutes to spare.
Well, we've just finished quali, so you've still got the entirety of warm-up.
A 103.6 is disgusting. To get to the end of the first section and be 2.5 tenths down was just the most baffling thing I've ever had to deal with. I was just sat there thinking, where the hell has that time come from?
I don't want to disturb you and your focus on WMSC 3, but I got screwed over on pit lane by Sterling Marlin.
Is Adrian your race engineer or what?
No.
I'm a cheerleader.
He's our mascot.
Oh,
Yes,
great!
yes.
But
I'm the cheerleader and team boss and public relations manager and.
But for what team? For
NASCAR.
for NASCAR?
So I've got 27 litres and 28 laps, and I think... Oh, is that worth going up one? I might go up to 28, just in case the unthinkable happens, and...
Yep.
Are you running 28?
Yeah, Ash, to answer your question, I'm going 29. I don't trust myself.
Race control is orders for...
But one safety car and I'll be a bit chunky.
You must really like safety cars.
Funny man, funny man.
Josh's unnatural affection for safety cars aside, warm-up is all about getting the eye back in with the race setup and trying to, just get back into the idea of running consistent laps rather than all-out, flat-out crazy, and also reacting to dirty air or the cars on track like just ahead, although they won't disappear like that during the race. And it was encouraging to see that, I'd managed to adapt quite nicely and set a pace that was in line with my qualifying, 5th, once again. Oh wow, we are on the exact same time, Simon. Nice. Can we get a third for a Jerez tribute? Sadly not, but late arrival Dom putting a cat amongst the pigeons by going fastest in race setup, Josh second fastest, Knežević third, so that could be interesting. Simon and me on the same time, but he set the time first, so he's 4th. James a solid 6th, and Zombor looking a much more respectable 9th in race trim. So looking good for the Super Gazelle team.
Go on, James. James, say the line.
There's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, boys. Gonna try and light up the rear, Simon. Just anyway.
Likewise, James, I'm going to try and do the same now. So here we go, full replays of the race start and key highlights will happen at the end of the race, but here we go, highlights of round 1, WMSC 3 America, my first full season, and we go green, and it's a solid start. I've been practicing with a different clutch method to try and get off the line, and it's working quite nicely. I'm looking towards the inside of Simon as Josh ducks inside of Mark. I brake later than Simon, up the inside, run a little bit wide. Mark tries to cut in. We're very lucky that we don't take each other out there, but we're through. And it goes Knežević, Cassar, Wittmann, and myself, and then there's a fight behind. Sophia trying to fight her way through, and a great start from her. And as we head up towards the loop, look at how little I seem to gain on Mark in the slipstream compared to how much Sophia starts to gain on me. Here comes the slipstream train.
On your right, all clear. With your right. Still there.
Sophia, please, come on.
Hold your line.
Oops, someone wide.
All clear.
And they have
Corner
died.
flag is out.
Oh my
On your
god.
right. Hold your line.
Yes, my complaint
Clear
there,
right.
not a Sophia's move, it was a great move, but I was just worried she was going to understeer into me. I back out of a move into the penultimate turn because I just feel like 2 into 1 isn't really going to go. And as you can see, I'm a bit tentative through these corners, just trying to react to the dirty air, tyres still getting up to temperature. But the most important thing is, while I've gained a place and lost it, I started 5th and I'm still 5th. We're still going, top 4 right there, solid start.
Wow.
while Josh there is clearly very keen on trying to catch Knežević for his second ever win.
Good lord, what is going on? Oh. No.
Definitely going to be a safety car.
That's
Yep.
gotta be.
But it wasn't.
Go by.
Now Sophia's quick, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, she caught me off guard.
I think I've lost Knežević.
What the f***? I requested a pit stop and my pit crew didn't appear. I mean, the little box, ref box. Right.
Huh.
Oh my, what the f***? Oh. And try again.
And as I try to close in on the top four, a little worrying sign. The fastest man on track is the man directly behind me. I'm hoping I can get with this front group and maybe get away from him before he gets to me. And in this early phase of the race, I don't seem to be doing too badly getting into a rhythm. I seem to be getting visibly closer to this group, and I cross the line now to deliver my fastest lap of the race so far.
I'm being serious, it does not appear. What the f*** is wrong with this game? Yeah, that's race range.
And as Dom fights with his invisible pit crew, I watch a fight for third ahead of me.
Neza looking squirrely.
Oh, that's annoying. And at the next available opportunity, Santi Gutierrez was right on me and just blows past me. I know that was my mistake that led to me losing the ground and having him catch up, but how easily he's able to just drive past me, getting the slipstream and just go by in one lap, definitely makes me think that my setup was not helping me in a straight line. Bit of a shame, but all is not lost. Still running 6th, still has a decent gap behind me to Simon, and I've not completely lost Santi yet, and maybe I can follow him back up to the group. It's not game over yet, I just need to keep my head. Jesus. And if I wasn't so focused on what was happening ahead of me, I could have capitalised on that moment. Slightly frustrating.
So blue flag for Bartosz, Kopita, blue flag for Bartosz, Kopita. Please let
Bartosz.
the leading pack through.
I mean, what? Pick a side.
Josh still right with Knežević at the front, so naturally frustrated when there's a little bit of a hindrance. Still a chance at a win for him. In the meantime, this group of 3 are starting to fight, so I'm hoping to finally have a chance to pick up some scraps and get in on the action. As you can see, down the straight, not really gaining much. Through the corners, gaining a lot more. Oh no! For sake.
You good?
No, I'm not good. Rear wing's gone.
Unlucky man.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. I didn't even know that button did that. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's it, Knežević. Keep defending.
Yellow flag.
Jesus Christ, car on the inside, penultimate corner. On the grass.
Oh,
Gotta be a safety car, it has to be.
Come on, call it, please.
I could really do without one. No, they've got going again.
Full replay of the incident at the end of the race, but for now, head down. Gotta keep going.
there's no way.
I've lost track of how many that is now.
How many is he getting?
Yeah, he's got like 6 now.
What's he doing?
Going on?
Bartosz has just got another penalty for something.
Oh,
Like, bit
I'm not.
sick.
I'm not getting them.
Yeah, it's got to be like a graphical bug because he keeps getting one on my screen.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm not seeing them. So bug.
Now at this stage of the race I'm in a bit of a no man's land with just under 10 minutes to go. I'm just under 30 seconds behind teammate Zombo, so I'm going to do what I can to try and close the gap. And with 5 minutes to go I have closed the gap to just under 20 seconds, but that's not going to be enough to catch him, and he's my teammate anyway, so I don't want to fight that one too hard. Anyway, time for some drama up the front.
Overtook Mark Wittmann around the outside
That
of the
was
loop.
sick. That was amazing.
You f***ing beauty. I'm going for first, says Simon.
He looks to be out of shape because he's losing time massively.
He's put an I in chat, surely not.
So, Simon, please let Mark
That
walk through
wasn't-
because you pushed him out of the track.
You are wrong.
That
We'll
is
do it, but that is not.
Put your own I in chat and argue it.
Doing Max Verstappen in Jeddah 2021. And just brake test him on the straight while he's trying to get his place back.
Apologies, that threw me off. I apologize. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Here's me, so.
Head down, mate. 3.5 minutes. Done.
Yeah,
I
no.
lost
Great
my
race.
rear wing, Josh.
Oh well, my inspiration then. Come on, please tell me he's wrecked his tyres.
I don't agree with the penalty.
So maybe debris in the last corner, or in the second last corner.
With Simon having that incident, I had a new purpose. He dropped down to 9th and was only 7 seconds up the road, and admittedly it was much more at the start, so I thought maybe I could try and catch him, but there wasn't enough time. And then I also got caught up behind Vera, who was running 7th. They didn't have to let me by, but I caught up to them really quickly thinking I could clear them, and again, straight line speed, couldn't get a move done. That frustrated me. Oh, for f***'s sake. And led to a silly spin. And that was essentially the story of my race. Aleksandar Knežević, though, managed to hold on from Josh Cassar. A race-long fight between those two. Josh just couldn't get a move. Aleksandar Knežević holding on to win. And then I came home in 10th, equaling my best finish in an F3 car in an ORSL event, but slightly frustrating considering where I started and my pace. Those unforced errors, eh?
Michael, I,
Yep.
I want to talk to you about the penalty after the race in a couple of minutes. Just
Yeah,
a few
we can,
questions
we can.
regarding
And can we all be present for that talk?
that. Just to explain to you what happened, I overtook Wittmann around the outside, right at the loop, which makes me wonder if he's on the inside and I'm on the outside of the loop. how can I push him, quote unquote, off
Outside.
track?
Yeah, the only way would be if you dropped further inside and cut him off, but even then there wouldn't necessarily be anything wrong with that.
I couldn't because I was literally on the curb. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not possible.
Now, as you may have spotted at the end, I think it was actually something that happened slightly after the move that Simon got penalised for, this little move across the track. Now, I don't think that was a malicious move. I think you saw in the Sim Racing 500 that actually the spotter can call clear when you're not fully clear. So I think Simon thought he was clear, moved across, and maybe didn't realise there was still a bit of overlap. But to me, the move, I would say, is done. Even if he doesn't make that move across, he would still keep the place. So for me, him being asked to give up the place, I think is quite harsh. Mark doesn't lose any further places, he still keeps this. So I don't think he should have been asked to give it back. What do you think?
Glückwunsch, Knese. Glückwunsch.
Danke. Congratulations also to Josh. Nice race. I'm sorry for blocking you once into the first turn. You just went with me, and that was not my intention.
No, you didn't do anything outside the book. It's fine. All good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, good race, mate.
Yeah, thank you too.
I said that bloody final corner would be the one that got me, and it really did. Wasn't too frustrated by the start. We got very nearly contact with Whitman, so, very glad that, that didn't cause things. Quite lucky to get away with that, but otherwise, apart from running wide into turn 1, I was alright, got a decent start, made the move from the inside. I complained at Sophia at the time, but it was more nerves than anything. She didn't do anything wrong, and she was drifting wide, and I was worried she was going to... But it was fine, it was a good move from her, so I can't really complain about that. I don't know, maybe there's something wrong in the setup. With straight line speed, I just felt like I was constantly losing on the straights, no matter what I was doing. Because I think my preparation was correct this week. I did more long runs and race runs, but then in the race, all that confidence just went out the window. And in some cases, I was like a deer in the headlights, especially in those final 2 turns. I had so much confidence in practice, and in the race, it kind of went. I think the biggest thing was a mental block today, which is really disappointing. Best ever qualifying position in any ORSL event, joint best finishing position in an F3 car. Next time in the WMSC 3 America, we go to an old F1 stomping ground and a current IndyCar stomping ground, the Monaco of the west coast of America, Long Beach. What a street circuit that is. Really looking forward to that, and hopefully you'll join me. Thank you so much for watching. The frustration is real. I bought myself a tub of ice cream and I'm going to eat the whole damn thing. See you soon.